Out of the blue of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Well, hello there, everyone. I just found out that you can't trigger... Is that working? No. Well, sorry. We're just... Everything is still a little discombobulated this morning. We're on late, so I apologize for that. We have challenging conditions, I guess you'd have to say. I believe the last time I heard the air traffic controller mention it, the visibility was down to 3/4 of a mile. It was better than that when we started. I've got everything as covered up as I can, but I just don't know how much we're going to see. So we may not be on the air for all that very long this morning. But we're going to give it the old college try. I've got bags over just about everything. The condition is that it's not quite raining here. Not quite raining, but it's very damp. Extremely damp. So everything's under a bag today, or a shower curtain, on this Thursday, May 11th, 2023. We don't have quite the array of cameras that we normally do. We do see there, at right angles to one another, an MD-11, UPS freighter, and a 747 UPS freighter. I don't even have my flight radar on yet. Oh, that's me talking. I better turn myself off. All right, stand by. Still getting organized here. Right, well, at the moment we don't have anything on approach to the airport. We don't have anything lined up to take off. Just kind of chill right now. Because everything's under a bag, I don't know how much I'll be able to interact with all of you fine folks on this Thursday. I'm getting our main camera. We may have to just fall back to one camera today because of the conditions. But our main camera is now being bagged up. Let's see if we can give you a little better view of what's going on over here at the 747 as they deal with cargo. I think this plane did come in just a short time ago while we were setting up. Cover that up, give you a little better view of that. There you go. So very gray, very wet. We're experimenting with a thermometer on the screen, although it only gives the temperature in Fahrenheit. I'm looking for something that'll do both. So let's say hello. I poked my head under the shower curtain here. Steve Lundby, a member of Runway DFW, says one queen and an MD-11. Great way to start the show. Another member of the channel, Wendy KLM fan, says good afternoon, Runway DFW. Hello to you. Another Euro viewer, Hans van Riege. Good afternoon from the Netherlands. M.R. Rice says, one good thing, the grass is a bright color of green. Just the facts, man. We got a few sprinkles a few minutes ago in the colony. Khalid Yunus says it is beautiful. Douglas Serrano says, morning, Walt, it is misty out there. Why, yes, it is. It is a bit of a misty day. You can just barely make out the West Tower there on the far right side of the screen underneath our logo. Runway DFW channel member Per says, hello all DFW viewers, and great to have you streaming Walt in these conditions. And Armand V from the Southern Hemisphere says, Cape Town looks exactly the same at the moment. Ryan Paulding says, good morning, my friend Walt. Hope the storms last night didn't cause any craziness for you. All we had at Park and Fly in Coppell was rain, but clouds were really ominous toward the airport. Skittles asks, is it okay to inquire if Runway DFW has an online shop where I might be able to buy a t-shirt and some other items? Funny that you ask, Skittles, that we have just set that up tentatively, and you can find the link to it in the description of this broadcast. Beaver Gaming 64 says, always a good day when you get a live notification from Walt. I see Epic Toast Man says, hi Walt. And I think we have a plane coming in, so let's see if we can find that for you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Hold on. Well, yeah, there's a plane down there somewhere. Well, that was it. That was American Eagle Flight 3307 from, I want to say, Fort Wayne, Indiana, in Embraer 175. We'll try a little better on the next one. It's going to be another E-Jet. It's coming in from Houston. It's American Eagle Flight 3317. Let me switch over to the B camera. Swing this thing around. So again, it's not pouring rain here or anything. It's just very misty. All right, there's the scene here at Founders Plaza. On the northwest side of DFW Airport. And even in the rain, there's cars hanging out here. So here comes the plane. I can see it through the mist. I imagine we'll see some, as Big Jet TV Jerry calls it, floofage. So there's another Embraer 175 on the way in. This one is American Eagle Flight 3588 from Midland, Texas. Departed 50 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago. And it's going to be the next arrival on a very damp edition of Runway DFW. Switch to that camera. I have a little wireless pocket keyboard which I can slide in and out of my pocket, which lets me direct the cameras so I don't have to go underneath the tent here and push buttons. All right, we should be seeing this Embraer 175 in just a second. There it is. It is, of course, fun to watch planes in sloppy weather. I'm still kind of working on how to do that, how to bring that to you. There is no shelter here at Founders Plaza. We are underneath a kind of a canvas-covered overhang, but it really doesn't keep the weather off of us. It is a nice addition to shade in the hot months. Well, it seems as good a time. Well, no, we've got a triple coming in. It's American Flight 116 arriving from Maui. It's been in the air for almost nigh on 7 hours, 6 hours and 49 minutes as of this moment. So we'll check out this big jet as it roars in on Runway DFW. Almost 7 o'clock here. And yes, we did get a bit of a late start today, for which I apologize. It seems as though, despite the wipers on that car, it seems as though the precipitating has stopped for the moment. So once again, American Airlines triple coming in from Maui. It's just about to cross the highway to the north of us. We should see its lights momentarily. It snuck up on us there. Oh, the One World livery. There it is. Let me stick my head under the big top here and say hello. Barbara M. says, good foggy morning to all the viewers and Sir Walt, our gentleman host. Why, that's so formal. Ryan Paulding says he loves those Embraer 175s. Hopefully the original American Airlines retro scheme will come in this morning. That would be nice. M. Rayerta says, hey, Walt, how's it going? We're a little damp here. Bill Caldum over in Arkansas says, just remember, Walt, by August and September we'll be begging for rain. That is so true. And Beaver Gaming 64 says, feels like that would be spooky to land in the fog. Well, I don't know. I mean, these planes pretty much land themselves now these days, don't they? All right, so we got another plane coming in. This is an Airbus A321 from Orlando, I believe. We've got another plane from an eastern destination, Detroit, the Motor City, coming in next. It's flight 1108 of American Airlines. Will be another Airbus A321. Trying to figure some way to keep the camera dry while looking at the viewfinders, and it's a challenge. All right, we're back to our eastern view, kind of to the north, to the east-northeast, as we point the camera here, as the planes come in from the north on runway 18 right. Haven't seen anything taking off yet. Here it comes. I'll say hello to Joan Birica, who has chosen to become a subscriber to Runway DFW. Thank you, Joan. We're up over that 11,000 mark of subscribers, which is very heartening. And it being just past the top of the hour, I want to remind you that you're watching Runway DFW on YouTube. It's Walt here, as you can see there at the bottom of the screen at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are now awaiting the arrival of another E-Jet, American Eagle Flight 3512 from Chattanooga in Tennessee land. I looked at the weather last night and I thought, oh, it's looking okay. It was like a very slight chance of rain, maybe 10%. But I guess I shouldn't have discounted the possibility that it would be damp. And that is bag getting in way of lens. Just a bit dreary here. And we have a pretty good view of things right next door to us at UPS, but that's because it's so close. Got a big jet coming in. You don't see it yet. What was that you say? It was American Flight 962 coming in from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Ending a 10-hour and 12-minute journey. A 777. I'm fluffing out the bag, which had been covering the camera. I'm taking it off temporarily so I can see what I'm doing. And I got to run to the car just for a second and get a wiping cloth to make sure I can keep things dry here. So hang on a second. And as I put my headphones on, I saw that £5 super chat from Purr. Thank you, Purr. And if I remember what it said, he said something about challenging conditions. And the bag is kind of... What's happened over here? The other camera, camera B. Try to keep that covered up. Okay. I think we got it. We'll go back to cargo watch. And I'm guessing that those are going into the belly of that 747 there. Oh, we've got a plane that's going to try to take off. First, I'm going to watch a plane coming in from Stillwater, Oklahoma. This is going to be American Eagle flight number, I don't know. Flight 4926 on that CRJ 701ER. But as I said, there's a plane that's getting ready to actually take off, and this will probably have a lot better luck today watching planes land than take off. We'll give it a go. This is American Flight 1435. It's off to LaGuardia Airport in New York, 737-800. Then on an ordinary sunny morning here at the big airport, you would see there in the background the gleaming skyline of Dallas, Texas. Not today. We're going to kind of edge off here to get the arrival of American Eagle Flight 1342 from Garden City, Kansas. CRJ 701ER.
On at the B Park, curving takeoff to 18 left, Mark 1435.
Right behind that plane is going to be American Airlines Flight 2862 coming in from Wichita, Kansas. Let's take a look at that, shall we? On your home for damp. I don't know how PERS chat got up there. I must have pushed the wrong button on my little keyboard here. On your home for damp aircraft, Runway DFW.
Day for 1435.
Next in line is American Flight 3216. Check that. It's American Eagle Flight 3216. Another CRJ 701ER coming in from Brownsville, Texas, in the southern part of the state. It has taken that aircraft,
18 left at Whiskey
and now it's been in the air for an hour and 19 minutes. And again, I'm sorry I haven't been interacting with you guys as much as I normally do. It's just a little hard to everything's kind of covered up today, so I can't see your messages as they come in. Where's this plane? Oh, it's coming now. We do have, where's this?
Runway 18 left, American 367.
Got an American, a United, and a Frontier flight coming in right now. Or not coming in, but they're ready to take off. So we'll check those out after we watch this American Eagle flight.
Clear takeoff, 18 left, American 3627.
Operated by SkyWest. But yeah, I think it is a little more interesting to watch planes landing in conditions like this. So there you go. There's an American flight going out to Phoenix, an Airbus A321. We've got this United A320. It's headed to Chicago O'Hare. Sorry, our jingle singers are not available, but that's a 1999 plane, that United plane on the right. And then on the left, we've got an A320neo from the Frontier Airlines brand. with Eccles the Ermine adorning its tail.
Running up to B Park, runway 18 left, everything off, man,
That was a
380.
flight from Chicago.
18 left, line up away from the flight 7949.
American Flight 760.
American 360.
Well, we're going to do a little panning and zooming here. See how far we can follow this United jetliner. Might give us some indication of the ceiling. And yeah, that's an indication of the ceiling. What does Eccles the Ermine look like? Let's get a quick look here. Aw. Cute little
Order
critter.
departure, we'll see you at 380.
So we got to see Eccles, but let's watch American Flight 1098 arriving from Kansas City.
Another winner, up here 3749. That's 185, also 150, that's 165. Cross runway 18 left and contact is down, 165.
Okie dokie. I see on the radar American Eagle Flight 3885. This will be a Embraer 175. This will be arriving from Corpus Christi in Texas.
Today 3749.
And we'll see it in just about 10 or 15 seconds there on the left side of your screen. Excuse me. I didn't bring my water bottle out here because I thought, well, we got enough water out here. The birds are liking this weather, I think. What's next, Uncle Walt? Well, it's American Eagle Flight 3009. Checking in from Laredo in the south of Texas. Well, I'd like to say thank you very much to Per who has just gifted 5 Tri-Jet memberships to lucky Runway DFW viewers. So if you're not already a member, Raina Taylor, our friend Raina Taylor, has now joined up. As has Jen P. Thank you, Jen P. Well, I was wrong about the timing of this flight, wasn't I? Didn't I say 10 or 15 seconds? Well, we should be seeing it almost in the next second or two. Here's Ranger 95 joining in, thanks to Purr's generous donation of memberships. Thank you again, Purr. Helping our channel grow. Farid Abed. Good to see you on board, Farid. And Jamie Lauer. So, our membership growing by leaps and bounds thanks to Purr. And you can check out the membership options on, I think it's adjacent to this, adjacent to your viewport. As we said earlier, we do now have an official merch store with some limited options. I think a t-shirt and a pullover. Something I probably use today. It's a kind of a rainy weather pack-away pullover. Let's see, t-shirt, a hat, and a mug. I think those are the offerings currently. But I still haven't received my samples yet, so I can't vouch for the quality. I'm sure they're quality merchandise. Why would I be offering them to you? That was American Flight 2266, touching down from San Antonio, Texas, in that Airbus A320. What have we here? What ho? We zoom out a bit. We've got a DFW Airport emergency vehicle. Looks like it's discharging some water from its tank, I guess. Just part of the crew on standby 24 hours a day for any potential issues. Wow, 3 windshield wipers. I don't think I've ever seen a vehicle with 3 windshield wipers. Next flight coming in is from Alexandria, Louisiana. American Eagle Flight 3189 to CRJ 701 And we'll swing around the big camera to pick that up for you. All right, let me pause for a moment here. Get you a little closer look over at that 7-4. And let me poke my
18
head
left, line away, frontier 3769.
poke my head under the big top. Well, you know, I was going to poke my head under the big top and get to your messages, but we've got a Frontier flight, another Frontier flight about to go out. Let's take a look. This one's going to San Francisco. It has Cody and Dakota, the Coyotes, on the tail. I'll try to give you a good look at them as the plane makes the turn on runway 18 left for takeoff.
RNF to Laird, runway 18 left, over takeoff, frontier 3769.
Plenty of cute little critters this morning. Well, the parade of arrivals continues with American Eagle Flight 3818 from Harlingen in Texas. This one's going to be an Embraer 175, and that's not it there. That is a commercial van pulling in. In just a moment or two, we shall see the E-Jet making an appearance. In a moment or two, we'll see American Flight 462 from Amarillo up there in the Panhandle land. Panhandle of Texas, of course, that is. I can't assume that everybody knows what even Amarillo is, right? If you're in Europe, why would you know what Amarillo is? But it's a city in Texas in that Panhandle part of the state. And if we remain rain-free, we should be able to see some UPS cargo planes in action coming and going before we have to bug off later this morning. This is one of our patented morning streams where I have to bug out right about 9 o'clock to get to my other job. It may take me a little longer to, well, I don't know if it'll take me, I didn't deploy as much equipment today as I did like on Tuesday morning. So but that ease in having fewer things to wrap up will be compounded by the fact that everything is kind of damp. I'll have to be a little more careful about how I take rain covers off and such. Had a real vapor trail, didn't it? That 737 came in from McAllen, Texas. After an hour and 17 minutes on the run. It's starting to brighten up just a tad here. You may even see it in that shot. I just had to stifle a sneeze there because I couldn't get to the fader underneath the shower curtain. But yeah, you can see it kind of lightening up there. The tower, the west tower there in the background is just a little brighter and more defined. And so now we do kind of have a break. Well, we've got some more planes coming in. I want to keep showing you the planes coming in because it's so interesting to see the vapor trails that they deploy as they come through the mist. The next candidate's going to be American Flight 665 from Lubbock, Texas, an Airbus A319. And then behind that will be
Flight left the Yankee line for Wait American 1702.
Flight 519 from El Paso, Texas, way out west, an Airbus A321. So more planes to see here on Runway DFW. I need to push a button here.
RNAV, Laren, 18 left Yankee, clear for takeoff, American 1702, roll.
There's one of those little cargo planes. These often do not show up on the radar.
Gonna make it 180 and go back to Western Ramp, Mars 666.
I think we just heard that pilot say gonna make a 180 and go back to the ramp.
We'll hold short of 180 right at Yankee, Mars 666, our apologies.
So I don't know what prompted that. Here's that flight from El Paso that we spoke about just a few moments ago.
1702, thanks for help today, we'll see you.
I can't tell if that's not the same.
And taxi to 180 right at Yankee via Charlie Yankee, Mars 666.
Can't tell if that's the same plane we saw earlier or not. I think.
So we'll let up 180 left, Mars 666.
All right, the parade of Regional Jets continues with the arrival of American Eagle Flight 3511 from College Station, Texas, the home of Texas A&M. It's an Embraer 175. You might hear in the background on the PA system, there's other air traffic radio calls that our radio's not picking up. It may be because we've got that radio underneath a shower curtain, which is kind of not, its antenna is not pointed vertically as it normally is. Could have something to do with it. All right, I think I'm going to take this opportunity now to check in with you all. You've been very patient. I'm poking my head under the big top. And let's see what everybody's saying about stuff. I'm going to go backwards from currently, so... Emma, you're just saying, yeah, my home, I fly from College Station to DFW a lot, so I'm glad we could let you see what it looks like from that point of view. Got a lot of people thanking Per for their new memberships. And Per did have to leave us, so... Again, we thank him. I didn't get to thank him before he left. Maybe next time. He says, see you later, Walt. Must do some chores. Bill Caldham says, I can see that it's getting brighter. Sea-Dog says, morning from Houston, not quite as foggy this AM. Brian Paulding says hello there. Somil Bandari says good morning to you, Walt. I'm from India. Happy to have you there halfway around the world. Ad Fluid says morning from LAX, Los Angeles Airport. Kevin Kelly says, Walt, you do a good job out there, I think is how I would interpret that. Thank you. Luke Jensen, a member of our channel, says, good morning, Walt and fellow plane lovers. Glad the rain let up. It's still sprinkling here. Bill Caldham says UPS has it going on this morning. A 747 and a Mad Dog 11 sitting there. Awesome. So I'm kind of caught up on things here. Let's see if we can bring you a plane.
Hey, 3597, my technical tech, we'll see you.
That plane came far. It's a long flight for a narrow body plane. That's American Flight 399 arriving from Anchorage, an Airbus A321neo. And those passengers have been in there for 6 hours and 36 minutes. And once again, these little cargo props aren't showing up on the radar. But it's fun, they're fun to look at. So now we've been on the air for, I believe it is an hour, and I think we can officially say, well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't jinx it. I can say that it seems kind of dry.
After learn and 1 left, clear for takeoff, clear wind V12.
That Spirit plane's going to Tampa. That's an Airbus A320neo. And we were going to bring you this plane landing, but Mr. Focus was not cooperating with us. So we spoke of cargo action a little bit ago. Janet Brewer has purchased a Runway DFW packable jacket. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know how that goes. Again, the link is in the description of this program. Now you see some tail movement back there. I see two tails moving, I believe.
Departure, good morning, Spirit 12.
Yes. So at least one of them is a 767 UPS flight 2751. It's off to the World Port in Louisville. And the other, I don't know. So I can't see behind that fence. I see Korean Air Flight 31 coming in from Seoul. It's a 7879. And it's just to the east of us here. In fact, to the west of us here. In fact, if it weren't so foggy, you might be able to see it in the sky. But that is estimated to be here in about 9 minutes. And it looks like, I think the last one, we were here on Tuesday, I think that plane came in on runway 13 right, which we can't see from here. But it looks like Korean Air Flight 31 is on a vector to come in here on 18 right, so we'll get to see it for you. I don't know, that's not a very interesting shot, is it? We will have, in just a minute or two, I'm going to say 2 minutes, UPS Flight 9775, a Boeing 767, coming in from Houston Intercontinental Airport. So as we previously speculated, lots of UPS action for you this morning.
That's in 18 right, only short 18 left, contact 680.
I kind kind of like these morning streams. Because we get some pretty good variety in here, and it's not too oppressively hot. We will do some more night streams.
18 left for the Yankee lineup and wait market for
I just wish we had a little more control over the sprinklers. Because effectively we have to either get here early and pack up by about 9:20 when the sprinklers go off, or we just have to make arrangements to go on the air around 10 o'clock, which seems to work out the best. It's kind of late. But we'll do some more night streams, don't you worry. So again, this 767 is off to Louisville.
We'll wait for you for the right to 18 left at the Yankee for the
And then
market for 680.
we'll see another 767 coming in from Houston. Well, we do have that little Martinair cargo plane on radar. It's a Cessna Super Cargo Master, which is off to Wichita Falls. I'm looking at the right plane.
We'll do that, traffic for 680. Tower traffic for 680, so drive to 8240. There's a guys traffic for 680, see you. Left line of point, Spirit Wing 780.
We are now getting camera A pointed in the right direction for the arrival of the 767 from Houston. Take a quick look at this Spirit A320 off to LaGuardia. It's getting ready to take off. But the main attraction is going to be the 767. So it's just about to cross Highway 114, and so that means we'll be seeing it in a second or two here on Runway DFW. Thank you for watching today from wherever you may be.
Left, clear takeoff, RNAV, New Park, Fairway, 70.
So from 767 to 767.
Alright, Yankee cross, 18 right, hold short, 18 left, UPS 2751. Okay, Whiskey Kilo, right to the ramp, UPS 9755.
So it gets the clearance to cross over runway 18 right.
Alright, 18 left at Yankee, line up and let UPS 2751 heavy.
And I think it's going to get clearance to take off on runway 18 left.
Over to departure fair wing, 718. Hi, 18 left and Yankee cleared for takeoff, RNAV to B park, GPS 2751 heavy. Up and wait, 18 left, traffic cross American 524. Echo, Whiskey Golf for Monday 662.
Well, there it goes, rather indistinctly climbing into the morning sky. And we are going to turn this thing around to catch the arrival of Flight 31 Korean Air from Seoul. It's a 7879 Dreamy liner. Bring you as much of it as we can. The arrival, that is. And it's starting to get a few droplets here again. What you hear in the background is the 767 that landed, pulling into the UPS facility adjacent to us. I don't know if we can see it on that camera. I don't think we can. Not yet, anyway. All right, I see. Coming through the mist. There it is.
Left, pick up 18 left, American 524.
All right, so touching down after 12 hours and 9 minutes on that trans-Pacific journey on Korean Air Flight 31. On its way now to the Terminal D. There's a 767 just now edging into its space to the south of us.
Left line of flight mark 662.
And meanwhile, we got cargo going into the belly of the beast here. I may just have to cover cameras up again here because the brightness is dissipating. Carlos Santiago says, hi everyone, good morning. It's Carlos from Ponce, Puerto Rico. Pleasure to have you here. Luke Jensen says, buenos dias, Carlos. Ricardo El Chaparro, or if I were to say it correctly, Ricardo El Chaparro. Good morning, everybody. Ryan Paulding says, got off at midnight, haven't gone to sleep yet. This is more fun than sleep.
40 Martech 662.
Our moderator, Bill Platt, says, it's pretty foggy this morning, eh? Was it worse when the stream started or about the same? It was, well, it was a little worse because it was actually raining with droplets of rain. So we had to I'd started to deploy everything and then just had to cover it all up and sit in the car for a little while until it abated. Becky Davies says, how are you today? Walt from Shrewsbury, Shropshire in the UK, the Midlands. And we're happy to have you with us, Becky. Boeing 777 pilot says, I've got to go now. It's getting a little bit late for me. Thanks for all the awesome work you do, Walt. See you all next time. Thank you, Boeing 777 pilot. Chris Scapolulu. No, is that right? Scapolou? Morning, Walt. I'll call you Chris. That's why people call me Walt. Cody Reynolds says, morning, Walt. And again, I'm sorry I'm getting to a lot of these later than you sent them, but our computer's under a shower curtain this morning. Stephanie Hutchison says, good morning from CLT, waiting on my flight to ORD. So from Charlotte to Chicago O'Hare. Look at me recognizing all those airport codes. Citizen Towel, thanks for braving the fog as the wind picks up. It should get clearer. The sun's barely risen yet. Wisconsin Dave says, good morning, Walt and crew. Good morning to you. Andy Apps. Hi, mate from the UK. Just subscribed to your channel. Thank you, Andy. Oh, and MR Rice says, Korean Air Flight 31. That'll be me on the 15th. MR is in the Far East at the moment, watching us. So happy to have you on board. So it's just a bit misty. I'm wiping off our screens and our camera now. Trying to keep them from electrical malfunction. We have pushing back. You can kind of see it there in the background. Is it pushing back? No, man, I think that was just an optical illusion. But the MD-11, which is behind the 747 here, is either pushing back or about to be pushed back. It's on the radar now. It's going to go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That MD is a 22-year-old plane, so it's actually one of the rare 21st century MDs, and there it goes. It is moving out now. But as we go over in our broadcasts on a regular basis, this is a plane which is, well, not long for the world as far as UPS is concerned, and the same kind of goes for the UPS fleet at FedEx. There's kind of a squiggly red line to the left of, or to the west of here on the map, on the flight radar map. It's some weather information, but not being meteorologically inclined, I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's a front or a storm or, I don't know.
United 2371's ready at 18 left at Whiskey Go. RNAV, Laren, clear takeoff, 18 left, United 2371.
We do have incoming now. The next flight in will be Frontier Flight 3799 from Midway Airport in Chicagoland. That'll be an Airbus A320. And right behind it, Japan Airlines Flight 12 from Haneda Airport in Tokyo, 777. That is the flight that, was it Tuesday or last week or Saturday? I can't remember now. Very recently, we saw that plane do a go-around. Rather dramatic one. We did clip it off for a separate video here on the channel, if you're so inclined. The Frontier flight coming in from Midway Airport allows me the opportunity to use the joke I use every time, the tired old joke.
Land 18 right, 237.
Because it features on its tail Ward the Beaver. And I always thought it was Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. Because Ward was the dad, right? Leave it to Beaver here. Talk here on Runway DFW this morning. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to camera B for a second. I'm going to switch over to camera A.
That's right at 350.
So we can see this Frontier flight
Switching.
coming in with Ward the Beaver. And then right behind that will be the Japan Airlines triple from Haneda Airport in the land of the rising sun, Tokyo. On your home for tired old jokes, Runway DFW. Still a very light mist at the moment. The MD that's off to Philadelphia is on the move now. We'll catch up with that in just a little bit. It's going to Philadelphia, so it could trundle on over to the east side of the airport. maybe because of conditions, they'll let it take off from over here. We'll watch this plane for just about a minute until the Japan Airlines flight gets close. Keep an eye on that Frontier plane. Make sure it clears runway 18 left, because I think that might have been the issue the last time we had when we had that Japan Airlines go around. I don't think the plane that preceded it was fast enough, and either it was too fast, wasn't fast enough to get off the runway, or to clear the runway for the arrival, the next arrival, or the JAL flight may have been coming in a little too fast. I don't know. There seemed to be a separation issue there.
Alright, cross 18 right at Yankee, hold short 18 left, GPS 2020 heavy. Line up and wait, 18 left at Yankee, GPS 2020 heavy.
So I do believe this plane will get clearance to take off over here on this side of the airport.
Airport 6 and Airport 7. Airport 6. Airport 6 to Echo Bravo hold check around runway 18
Alright. RNAV to learn, clear takeoff. Runway 18 left, GPS 2020, we're moving.
So I'm going to take off from the short T here.
This time we're going to get back in, but yeah, in 10 minutes. Line up 18 right, American, heading back.
I didn't anticipate we'd see too much of that once it left the runway. I think, if I remember right, we do have another MD coming in before we go, assuming that the weather holds up for us.
Thanks for the help, GPS 2020 heavy, see ya.
Well, time has flown. It's already after 8 o'clock. Let me remind you that you're watching Runway DFW. Do I have that on here? I'm talking to myself. I thought I had a button on here where I could punch up our logo for an ID. Let's see if that's correct.
Copy, await turbulence and line up away 18 left American, heat 1584.
Well, let's see if this works. No, that's not what I was thinking of. All right. Well, what do we got here? We've got American Flight 1082 coming in from Charlotte. You can push the right button here. There it is. It's an Airbus A321.
Clear for takeoff, RNAV Laren, American 1584.
Looking a little moist as it gets in there. We've got another UPS cargo flight about to go out. Not that one yet. Not the 7-4. They're still loading that one up. But back in the back lot there is a 757, which is going to Ontario, California. That one dates back all the way to 1988. May of 1988. So happy birthday to that particular aircraft. We'll see it here shortly. I was looking to see if we can even see the East Tower today. I believe, so there's the West Tower.
Departure, great day, and the base is on departure with 280 feet.
There's the West Tower on the right of your screen
280.
there. And the right center of your screen, you can just barely make out the East Tower. And I'm going to say that's probably about 2 miles away from us. I think you're about to see United Delta flight, Delta Flight 1291 entering your screen there. That's going to Salt Lake City. It's an Airbus A320. Meanwhile, here comes that sleek Boeing 757. Once again, this is going to Ontario, California. So it should get a takeoff over here on the west side of the airport.
Delta 491, line up 18 left.
Chuck Topo Chico Topo. Let me start that over again. Chuck Topo Chico Tolsma. Say that 5 times fast. Says good morning. I see. Do I see Michelle RS in the house? Or
1291, clear for takeoff, line left, on up to B Park.
I do. Hello to you, Michelle RS. Always good to see you here. Chatting up our people in the house. Chuck wants to, Walt, where's the merch? It's there's a listing in the description of this broadcast.
One is left, line up and wait, left 335.
It's a paragraph or two down, as I recall. You know, Chuck won some merchandise here. There was a giveaway here at Founders Plaza a few weeks ago. He won a really cool t-shirt.
Yeah, Yankee Cross 18 right, hold short at 18 left, UPS 2711. South
Look at this
1291
Alaska
today.
Airlines plane going out. Oh, look, it's got some special livery, doesn't it? 100 years strong. I've not seen that one before. Boeing 100 years strong. I believe it's Alaska that's switching over to, or switching back to being an all Boeing airline.
Right, left Yankee, line up and wait, UPS 2711.
After inheriting some Airbus when it bought up Virgin Atlantic,
Affirmative.
or Virgin, was it Virgin America?
Left line, 18 left, clear for takeoff, UPS 2711.
You might have seen down there the Japan Airlines flight, which we saw come in earlier, is still
Over the bunker, left
kind of wending its way to the gate.
Point way left, American 1330.
There it is there on the right side of the screen. We're going to kind of edge over here to catch the 757 rolling down 18 left on its way to the city of brotherly love. And no, I haven't smeared Vaseline on the lenses this morning. It's just kind of a murky day here at Founders Plaza. I think my garbage bag is intruding into the left side of that shot there.
Takeoff line left, RNAV land, American 1330.
That there is American Flight 1330. It's an A319 getting ready to blast off for the state capital of Austin, Texas. Can't believe how time is flying. I got here at 5. Now it's after 8:17, so I've got less than 45 minutes of excellence in broadcasting for you. Still loading up the big 747.
Fire trigger day, American 1330.
We say hello to David E. Basinger from Pittsburgh, PA. Hello, Dave. Bill Platt wants to know where the train horn is originating. Well, there are three, is it 3 or 2? 2 different trains that come into the airport here. One is the DART light rail line from Dallas, which can whisk you away to downtown Dallas if there's no express service. You got to make a lot of stops on the way, but yeah, it can be done. And then there's another train that comes and goes from Fort Worth, and they all go up to Terminal A and B. And I missed it. Trying to get you the arrival of Flight 1395 from Minneapolis-St. Paul. My trigger fingers weren't hitting the right button. Maybe we'll have a little better luck with Flight 1750, American Airlines from Cancun. And I can't imagine that the passengers who have been experiencing the sun and fun of Cancun will be happy to see the gloom of DFW when they step off the plane. This will be an Airbus A321. Just about to pass over Highway 114, which will then give us the opportunity to show it to you and you and you. Here on your home for damp airplanes, Runway DFW. Next arrival. My mouth is not working today. So thanks to live television, you get to hear all my flubs and bloopers. American Flight 1119 coming in from San Luis Potosi in Mexico. It's an Airbus A319. It's not what you're looking at right there, of course. That's a 747. A little bigger. We have to spin the big camera around to get you a shot of this incoming aircraft. And that's what we're doing. And here it comes.
Okay, 1 left 25 on the side, American.
And while they take care of the cargo on or going into that plane, well, hello 757 Chip. Thank you for being our newest member here at Runway DFW. Very kind of you to join this exclusive club. There's a plane we saw coming in a little bit earlier. I guess they're just now getting ready to unload. You can kind of see the cargo container just in the doorway there. Another incoming flight, this one from Silao in Mexico. An Airbus A319. And coming up right behind it is another one of those sleek 757s. It's UPS Flight 2348 from Fort Lauderdale in Florida.
Side American 23. 18 left at Golf 8, ground 185, American 23.
So what we got coming up next is a 25-year-old aircraft. It's almost seeming to brighten up just a little bit here. There is virtually no wind. I don't know if I can, can't really spin around right now to show you the flags, but they're all just hanging there limply, which is kind of a novelty recently because it seems like it's always windy when we come here. Not today. That may be why the rain is kind of lingering, because there's nothing to push it away. I'm almost getting a sense of wind coming from the north, but if it is, it's at a very low velocity. Officially, the airport says it's coming from the east, I think. All right, we're waiting for that 757. It is now crossing the highway. I now see the lights in the sky. There it is.
Whiskey Kilo Charlie, ramp with you, UPS 2348.
Line of point 018 left, American 959.
Hello to our friends over there at UPS. About to see a plane coming in from Guadalajara in Mexico. American Flight 1034, 737-800 on runway DFW.
RWB Park 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 959.
I do have to say that that word that Jerry over at Big Jet TV uses for instances like that, the word he uses is floofage for those vapor trails. Seems like a perfect word. Here comes an ambulance. And we see the ambulances come and go quite regularly.
Went left at Whiskey Lima, ground +5.
Departure American 959, take care.
It looks like that ambulance is being followed by a fire truck. Well, look what we have here. As this 757 approaches, right behind it is something that is not on, oh, there it is, it's on our radar. Cargo Lux. A Cargo Lux, Queen of the Skies. It is headed to Houston Intercontinental Airport. 747-400, a 16-year-old Queen. So a couple of cargo planes passing in the dawn. And I always feel as though I've fulfilled my aviation mission and commitment to you, viewers of Runway DFW, whenever we can bring you the arrival or departure of a 747. When I was scrolling through the flight comings and goings last night, I didn't see this one listed, so.
Wave runway 18 left, have Yankee cover, step 32.
Not sure if I got all that, but I heard runway 18 left, so I don't know if it means that they're going to cross runway 18 left or turn and burn. We'll find out here on Runway DFW. I believe I see a T&B happening. So let me shut up and we'll all listen in.
Line up to line, runway 18 left, clear takeoff, now with step 32.
I want to thank Jody Peak, our moderator and member, for gifting a Tri-Jet membership here on Runway DFW. And it is Matthew Peck who takes advantage of that gift. So thank you, Jody. And thank you, Matthew, for your interest in Runway DFW. Wow, that's not a very tall or very tall ceiling, is it?
732. Bye-bye.
Well, farewell to the Queen on its way to Houston. As we approach the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to see more and more flights poised for takeoff. At least that's been the general pattern. But it is just way more interesting to see planes land than take off, unless they're a 747. Under these conditions, anyway. Trying to unfurl our weatherproof coverings here.
Runway 1 is left, land for right on way 35.
Ryan Paulding says, good morning, everyone in chat. Happy Thursday. Willie Sanchez says, hey there, everyone. Am I all the way back at the beginning? I think I'm all the way back at the beginning of the chat there. Sorry. Tyler Morrow says, are you sticking around to see the UPS 747 depart? I don't know when it's scheduled for. Well, let me see if I can look that up, and I'll let you know. I really do have to be out of here by around 9 o'clock so I can go to my regular job.
I have to land on runway 1 is left, takeoff on way 35 minutes.
Light weight 18 left to back at 2759.
That's a Spirit flight that came in from Motor City of Detroit, flight 985. So getting back to our beloved 747 here. We check our departures. Yeah, I don't see the 7-4 going. Well, it's not showing up anyway. Before 9 o'clock. I'm trying to look ahead to see when it would be going out, and I don't see it. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be sitting here.
Down American 674 with you heading inbound 18 right.
Might be sitting here for a while.
Clear to land 18 right, American 674. Another land, clear for takeoff 18 left, American 2759.
DJ Stoltz is the newest subscriber to Runway DFW. Thank you, DJ. And just to be clear, for all you YouTube newbies, or who may be confused by the nomenclature, a subscriber on YouTube is a totally free thing. You can just sign up and you're in. That was American Flight 2759. Its destination, San Antonio.
2759, swung. RNAV Laren, 20 left, everything up American 2720.
That's American Flight 2720 off to Tucson, Arizona, an Airbus A321. American Flight 674, just arriving there from Harrisburg, PA. I don't think I've seen a flight come in from Harrisburg before.
18
this.
left, line up wait, runway 3786. Before to Alpha on short 18 left, American 6.
So they're still loading up that 7-4 and just now unloading this other UPS plane that came in a bit ago. Imagine back in the day having to go box by box, putting those parcels on a conveyor belt and sorting them all. Who can we credit for inventing the modern container? Or has it been around longer than I think it might have been? Got a flight from Monterrey in Mexico coming in.
On at P Park, 18 left, clear for take, runway 3786.
Floofing it up.
8 left, line up and wait, American 1304.
DFW Tower, American 1905, Island 20 left.
This is American Flight
Second land, 18 right, American 1905.
941. Next to arrive is going to be American Flight 1905 from Oklahoma City, 737-800. So I'm starting to feel some droplets again.
Go to Alpha, hold short 18 left, American 941, come around the west side. Lima, hold short 18 left, American 941, thanks.
So once again, we've got our camera trained on the incoming flight from Oklahoma City.
Great day, off wait there, 786. 9 left, clear for takeoff, there's 1304. And Tower American 1304, we got a mechanical winch to clear the runway.
I thought I heard
It
some.
is American 1304, we're going to turn off up here.
Oh, I heard something about a mechanical. I'm looking for the flight. Okay, this is it here.
Yankee Echo will come to a stop, American 1304.
That's a stand-up to cancer livery. Flight 1304 was on its way to Los Cabos in Mexico. This A321 was, and I believe we heard the cockpit crew say something about a mechanical. So it is not taking off. The question is whether it's going to circle back around for another try or if it's got to go back to the terminal.
Made left, line up and away, American 2899.
Didn't want to miss that one. What was it you say, Walt? That was American Flight 102 coming in from Honolulu. So now let's go back to this other plane. Let's see.
Tower, American 1304. Do you want us short of the ILS critical? Hold here, American 1304.
So I heard it say it's holding. I thought I heard the word critical, but So this plane is down on a taxiway. It's down on a taxiway between runways 18 right and 18 left, with its nose pointed towards the north. Great day for weather, says Ryan Paulding. I guess that's if you're weather. Our moderator and member, A-List Flyer Chris, says, morning, everyone. Working and lurking. I totally get that. Chuck is saying they don't want this bird in the critical area, so keep an eye on that.
Good, 18 left on Av, B Park, American 2899.
Steve Lundaby says, well, folks, time for me to depart.
18 left on boy, 3438.
See if I can get a few things done today. Thanks for checking in with us, Steve. Member Steve. Douglas says next is the UPS flight from Austin. Well, let's see if I see that on the DAR here. Yeah, I see it coming around.
Far after Larry Cliff, take off 18 left on boy, 3438.
Before that happens, we'll be seeing the American Airlines Flight 996 coming in from Buenos Aires after almost, well, it'll be 11 hours in the flying around by the time it gets here in about 2 or 3 minutes. That's going to be a 787 of the Dash 8 variety.
Today, American 2899.
But again, if you just join us, we're keeping an eye on this plane, which is American Flight 1304. 1304 to Los Cabos, Mexico. It started rolling down 18 left, and then I heard the word mechanical. And so that's really about all I can tell you. There have been no emergency vehicles deployed to escort it anywhere, so I don't think there's any kind of an emergency. But I guess they may just be sorting out what their options are now. Whether they have to go back to the gate or, I guess, mechanical things can also include if a gauge or a light has come on that indicates a problem. And then they can check that out, see if there's anything redundant that they can fall back on and report back to HQ, let them know what's going on. So a few moments of concern for that plane and its passengers. But operations continue here on the west side of DFW Airport. And we're about to see American Flight 2342 from San Antonio making the scene. There'll be an Airbus A319. Let's look to the south with our camera B at the UPS facility, and here comes the flight from San Antonio.
Blaring, over takeoff, American 646.
So this is why we won't be seeing this plane go off on this particular broadcast. Still getting loaded up here. We're going to get into position to bring you this flight from Buenos Aires. And again, it'll be a Dreamliner Dash 8 for you.
Departure American 646, good day.
And I'm still keeping an eye on that A321, which is still sitting out there on a taxiway.
Line up and wait at runway 18 left, envoy 3515.
So we welcome our friends from Brazil. And here again is the stand-up to cancer livery Airbus A321, which is now not even on the radar.
RNAV to Laren 18 left, clear for takeoff, envoy 3515.
our time with you is winding down. The fate of this aircraft may still be a mystery by the time we go off the air, and we've lost our second camera now. We're down to one camera, folks. Here comes a Delta flight from LaGuardia Airport in New York, an Airbus A220. Air Canada Cargo 757, which landed over on the 767, sorry, landed over on the east side of the airport, and is now making its way over to the west side cargo facility. I dig that tail that kind of lets you imagine the rest of the maple leaf. See if I can figure out what happened to our other camera. Turned off. Did I not have you plugged into a power supply? I did, but it wasn't supplying you with power, apparently. I'm talking to the camera.
Arnav Laren, 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 2114.
Well, I guess we've lost that camera. Well, what better time?
20 left, line of flight, American 2767.
There is a UPS 767 coming in, but I think I'm going to have to just call it a day.
Tower, American 1304, we're going to be returning to Alpha 38 over on the side.
At this time, because I've exhausted the battery on my...
Hold position, American
There it is.
1304. Up 2, short the critical area, American 1304. All short, 18 left, on. Echo Dog, American.
Now, bear with me here for a second, folks. Okay, so camera B is back. It looks like...
Departure American 2114.
Now, was this flight moving? It's back on the radar. I thought I saw this plane moving out of the corner of my eye as I was messing with our secondary camera, but... Well, it's 8:59, and you know what that means. You probably don't know what that means, but what it means for me is that I've got to pack things up and get this show on the road. So...
20 left, clear take off on B Park, American 2767.
Let me see if this works. So many things not working.
20
today.
left, line up 08, always work, D12.
Oh, it's working. All right, everyone. Well, it's kind of a disjointed Runway DFW this morning from a wet airport. But I thank you for watching. I thank all our new subscribers. I thank our new members. I thank the members who have provided gifts. And there's one member I especially want to thank who didn't want to be, whose name we will not mention, thanks to that person's graciousness. But somebody made a very nice big donation to Runway DFW, and I want to thank that person very much. You know who you are if you're watching. So happy contrails to you, and until we meet again, thanks everybody, and we'll see you next time on Runway DFW.
All right, runway 18 left, 5 away, American 20, good day, American 27. Runway 21 left, clear for takeoff, American 27. Look for the 1 left, the whiskey near American 25, 27. Clear departure, Navigate 1 all the way 4212.
And before we go, I would like to pay a very special thank you to all of our members. Now, these will be the members as of before this broadcast, so we'll add the new ones in next time. Right here from Founders Plaza.
Stay tuned for The Price is Right, which follows at both of these CBS stations.
We hope you liked it, too late to change it now.